They've got fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Yum moon sen.
Moon sen, that works.
Tom yum.
They got rice?
They have rice, white rice. Hey folks, and welcome back to our group adventure here touring Thailand. Now, first of all, I'll say I did get all your questions pursuant to the first episode. This, of course, is the second episode in the series. And I will answer all those questions on the finale. I will go through all the how, what, where's, when's, how much is, all that stuff. But a lot of good questions. So I will address all those in the last episode of this, and it'll be mainly informational, so we'll get to all that. But if you remembered from the last episode, we were just arriving to our resort here in Kanchanaburi, and we had just checked in, and I had actually just made it to the room. So this episode, we will continue right where we left off, and we really had a nice evening and morning here at the resort. So here's my room right here. Let's just finish up where we started and start our evening out here on the river. All right, I got in the room. It's all wood inside, like a sauna. And that's what it felt like when I went in there, a sauna. It was hot and humid in there, but I've turned the air on and opened the window. Not much to it, but you also have all this. So yeah, big generous deck area out here, of course, right on the water. The water is flowing underneath you at that point. The room is very small, but that air conditioner, I tell you what, and a fan to boot, really cools the room down. It's all you need. Now the bathroom, here again, everything you need, even hot water shower, 3-piece washroom, soap and shampoo dispenser right there on the wall. Now, as we kind of parted ways and went into our separate rooms, we agreed to meet back out here on the patio area to go for a ride on the raft. And that sounded good. I saw this raft here. I said, yeah, that would be fun riding that raft down the river, and I think they pull you back up on a boat. So we all, we had to wait for it to leave. I think it only leaves every hour or so. So we had a couple beverages and enjoyed a little unwinding out here on the patio. And before you know it, there was a little bit of a ruckus, and then next thing you know, this happened. We are being pulled up the river by a motorboat, a little very narrow motorboat, long-tail boat, and he's pulling this whole raft right up the river. The raft is got to be 20 feet wide and probably 60 feet long, and there's probably 20 some people sitting on it. I'll show you around. It caught me by surprise. I knew we were going on a raft ride. I didn't think the whole place we were sitting was the raft and we were going upriver. Surprise! We're coming up on a bridge, and the bridge has about 3 or 4 piers or supports that go into the river. I guess we're going to make it through the piers. I don't know. It's like threading a needle, I think. So yeah, 1 minute we're sitting on a patio, or at least what I thought was a patio, waiting for that small raft ride, and the next thing you know, the entire patio takes off upriver. Now, it turns out, you call it a raft, this almost is more like a barge. It's just a big floating barge, and everybody had on life vests. I'll tell you why that is in a minute. It's not in case you fall off. Well, I guess it could be, but they're going to do something else with those life vests. But surprised that little boat could pull this whole great big barge upriver. But there's our dilemma up there. We'll see what happens. So he turned around before we went to the bridge. I don't think it would make it through there. I knew it was going to be like threading a needle. He just like whipped the whole thing around in the river. I'll show you. And then now we're heading downstream. Incredible. I was just commenting to somebody, the ride out here was almost worth it. With this, I think it was worth it. Definitely worth it.
So if you want, you can swim as we go. Just put on a life jacket and jump overboard and float down the river, because eventually we're going to end up down there. He's going to have to turn around again and bring us back. So everything flows down. You know that. These people, I'll show you, they'll float down and get picked back up, and then the boat will pull us back.
So yeah, apparently that was kind of the signal, the boat turning around. As soon as the boat turned around, that young lady made an announcement, and then everybody who wanted to jumped overboard for their little free ride down the water. They'll just float down. They've got their life jackets on. So we'll pass back by the resort. This is there's my room right there, the one with the open curtains. That's where we just were. But I don't know how far we'll go. Yeah, I guess these would be my neighbors. They look like they're having a good time. This resort's doing a good business here. Looks like it anyway. Remember, there's got to be at least 20 people on the raft with us, plus us. So I think for a Monday night, not too bad. What a great view. I just don't know how far we'll go.
I tell you what, I'm blown away with this whole raft. This big, long, 60 by 25 foot raft that we're being pulled down the river. I'm blown away by it. The room's okay, the hotel lobby's beautiful, the pool's beautiful, but this, it don't get any better than this. I'm blown away.
So yeah, I guess we ended up going down about a kilometer. Then the boat turned around. Then the subsequent announcement was made for everybody to climb back up on the raft. One of our party members, jumped in the water there for a little refreshing swim as well. Good on him. I don't know what's in this river. Other people didn't seem to mind. There could have been an alligator or an anaconda lurking in there. Who knows? Who knows? So it was a much slower trip back up the river, but we made it back up to our resort. And the boat labored pulling us back up. Of course, we're against the current. But when we got back up to the resort, I saw my neighbors again, and there was another familiar face that I had almost forgotten about. And there he is.
So I showed you at the beginning of the van. It's like a chase van. It's got an extra bike on it. You can store luggage on it. I told you all about that. But anyway, that's the guy who drove the van. He's just now showing up. We've been here. We've been here a while. Checked in, had a blast, got showers, beverages, the whole 9 yards. The raft ride. He's just showing up. He missed the raft. Oh well.
Yeah, I guess I felt a little bad. He missed all the fun on the raft, but he did get to join us for a beverage afterwards. And I mean, hey, he was in a van. We were on bikes. We beat him by, I think, about an hour and a half. But that's not surprising. So I'll ask him how his drive up here was.
สนุกไหม
ครับ
ขับรถดีไหม
ดีครับ
All right, we're back docked at the hotel at the common area, and it's about 6, and then I think at 6:30 the dinner buffet starts. So that'll be next. They're up setting up the buffet. I saw some fried chicken. I'll show you what they got. And then it's basic Thai food. But I think it's really nice to give you dinner here. The last one of these resorts, we had a restaurant, we had to buy dinner. It was okay, but it was a little bit expensive after we already paid an expensive price for the resort. This one is included. That makes it probably a perfect place for this tour because your meals are included. And the meals, as I told you at the beginning, are included with the tour. So,
You get paid to talk to yourself?
that's it. They've got fried chicken,
Fried chicken.
yum moon sen,
Moonsen, that works.
tom yum.
You got rice?
They have rice, white rice.
Fried chicken, fried rice.
They have.
So up at the buffet, I made myself a little plate. I'll show you what I got. Pretty simple. I just got the fried chicken, a little veg on the side there, and then some of the jungle curry. That was nice over a little bit of white rice. They also had a fresh fruit dessert. I mean, they had watermelon and pomelo. So that was nice. That hit the spot. But I got to tell you, this was a long, long day. And even though it was a beautiful evening here and a good dinner, shortly after, it was time to hit the rack. But first thing the next morning, I was up, probably while most of the other people were still asleep, and I decided to get away from the group for a minute and head out on my own just to kind of check around. I had seen some interesting things on my way in, so I I scaled the ramp, went up to the pool. The pool was especially beautiful in the morning. Had this mist coming off of it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but beautiful mist. And speaking of mist, I headed out on my bike, and you see I have a clear camera lens here. And it doesn't, I guess it looks a little misty, but just within a matter of minutes, I only rode a couple kilometers, the mist actually hitting the camera lens just totally fogged up. You can see it just gets progressively worse and worse until just in a couple minutes, you can't even see. It's unusable. Great place out here. Love this place. It's a couple kilometers off the road. And getting there, you go through these areas with orchards. These, I think, are pomelo trees, which is kind of ironic because we had pomelo in the dinner last night, and it was one of the biggest sections or chunks of pomelo I ever saw. Huge. It's like a great big grapefruit, but not as tart, different flavor. I think that's what they are. They could be another citrus fruit, but I believe it's pomelo. Over here on my other side is rubber trees. We looked at those, well, we were down in Rayong, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. These look like mature trees. I'm not sure if they're still being tapped or not. They might be fresh out of rubber. But what's most fascinating for me is right around the corner here. I'll show you in a second. But I believe this guy right here in front of me is a baby teak tree. Teak is very sought after hardwood here in Southeast Asia, especially Thailand. They've built furniture, whole homes, boats, but it's all, this whole street's lined with them. There's a whole area back here. It looks like they have like an orchard, if you will. They take over 20 years to grow. I mean, you got to keep they cut the lower branches off a lot of times so the tree grows taller. But I don't know that I've seen these anywhere else. I think this area in Kanchanaburi, I think this is where they mainly grow. But great place to explore. And the resort was fun. I had a good night's sleep. No TV in the room, I'll warn you on that. Would it have killed him to put a little TV in the room? It's a small room. Probably one of the first hotel rooms that didn't have a TV, but it's fine. Bring your own whatever. Bring your own phone, iPad, whatever for your entertainment. But today we're going to go out and look at some stuff in the area, and hopefully show you some neat stuff. I don't even know where we're going yet. I just was told we're going to look around, so that's fine with me. But first we got to go eat breakfast. Should be a buffet breakfast on, and they're probably about ready to serve it. So let's go get that. So yeah, the mist wasn't anywhere as bad on the way back. It had already started to burn off, and that would be the case. It would not hang around for long, but yeah, really nice area out here by the resort, but time to get back for that breakfast. Looks like there is the breakfast in full swing. On my way in, I noticed parking lots full of Bangkok plates. They're doing it's for a Monday night. For a Monday night, they did a pretty good business here. Okay, all right. Top of the morning to you.
How you doing?
Oh, somebody's already had breakfast. I missed it. Yeah, you guys that know me know I'm not going to miss a breakfast. They had a little head start on me, that's all. But at any rate, they had good breakfast. Fresh cooked foods, eggs, even some little pancakes, and Thai food, all kinds of stuff, fresh fruit. But anyway, we'll have a quick breakfast here, and then on the next episode, we'll pick up right here, and we'll head out for the day. I realized that we didn't do any actual touring. We just kind of focused on the resort, but I really feel this was definitely one of the highlights of the trip. And this resort is definitely going to be on the tour, on this River Kwai tour, if you choose to ever take it. So I just thought it deserved kind of its own episode. But anyway, We will continue next time, promise, and I'll answer all your questions in the finale. But for this episode, I'm going to go ahead and leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.